Thanks to Ken and our other field personnel today for helping run everything. We are going to get started with match one. In match one on the Red Alliance, we're going to have 7532, the core in blue, 22093, Bison Bots green, 18415, Diamond Ducks, and 5227, Galactic. Those teams need to come to the field immediately. So we're going to be driving soon. So if you're in match one, turn your robot on, turn your driver hub on, go ahead and get it all synced up. If you're in match two, that's 26515 BCMS Mustangs, 32402 Bison Bots Black, number 2, 21487 Bison Bots Silver, and 9960 Nerds. Those teams need to be in queuing right now. And again, turn your robot on, turn your driver hub on, get everything talking, make sure it's all happy. That'll help these first few matches go smoother. What happens at a lot of meets is the first match goes a little, we got to figure out how to get technology to technology. Second and third matches a little bit the same. And by the time we get to match 18, everything's just running really, really smoothly. So go ahead, get your electronics working. And if you're in match 3 or after, do the same. Get it done. Match 1 will begin in probably 3 minutes. Okay, we've got 3 robots at the field. It looks like we're missing one of the... There we go. One of the Blue Alliance. Galactic. They're over there. Where's the robot? Good. And on Red Alliance, we've got 7532. And we're missing 22093 Bison Bots green. Nope, we got them all now. We got 4 bots. Good job, everybody. I see lots of driver hubs turned on. Okay, our FTA Ken is making sure that everybody's bots are on, driver hubs are working, everything's set, artifacts are preloaded. Good deal. Once all the teams are ready, they're going to choose an autonomous program. They choose the autonomous, they're going to hit init. And once they do that, then we'll randomize and we'll figure out which side of this we're going to use. That's going to set which of the patterns the teams want to have as the artifacts go up the ramp at the end of autonomous and again at the end of teleop. They'll get additional points for each of their artifacts that match the randomized pattern. But they don't know what the random pattern is going to be when they start their autonomous program. So to figure that out, their robot has to use a camera, a webcam, something like that, point it at this and then figure out what this April tag thing says. The April tags are like QR codes, but they're a little simpler, and each one is basically associated with a number. So this one is number 23. That's really all this means is 23. But another cool thing about the April tags is that these are printed at a set size. And so your robot can tell how far away it is from how big this is. And it's actually at a known angle. So your robot can tell what angle it is at relative to each of these April tags that are on the field if they're using a webcam or similar technology. Okay, I believe that we are ready to randomize, and so let's roll the dice and see what we've got. This match will have purple, purple, green. So if robots deliver artifacts to the ramp in that order, they'll get additional points. Let's see who's ready. On the Red Alliance, are we ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Are you ready? Okay, great. And on the Blue Alliance, are we ready? Both teams are ready. Score trackers ready. Referees are ready. FTA is ready. We're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go! 22093. Bison Bots green, driving around. Getting ready to shoot some artifacts. They've got a little thing. It just shot one. Nothing else going on, and that's okay. In a few seconds, we're going to start the driver control period. During the driver control period, these guys will pick up their controllers and move the robots around more directly. We'll see what each one is able to do at that point.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we've got 4 driving robots at this point. Well, let's see. We got 4 driving robots. All right, very good. Team in blue, 7532, shooting 3 balls. They got 2 in. Good spin on those. 22093 shooting as well. That's Bison Bots green. So the Red Alliance has 4 on their ramp already. Blue Alliance a little bit behind at this point, but we'll see if they can catch up. Diamond Ducks from Pembroke High School, team 18415, are over doing some intake. We're letting their human player drop some artifacts into the robot. That is a great way to get 3 in really, really rapidly and consistently. Their partners Galactech 5227 from Kansas City, Missouri, are doing more intake. They've got these orange compliant wheels on the front of their robot, so they're able to use those to pull the artifacts in, and then I bet they use them to shove the artifacts up into their launcher as well. Team 18415, Diamond Ducks from Pembroke, overshooting a little bit, so our field personnel are catching those artifacts as they leave the field and returning them to the human player over here on this side. Pembroke loading 3 more up from their human player, or maybe just a couple this time, driving over with those cool black mechanism wheels they've got on the bottom of their robot and getting ready to take another shot. At this point, we've got 1 scored over on the Blue Alliance ramp, and we've got 7 on the Red Alliance ramp, so 7's got a good advantage. And remember, the pattern they're going to want at the end of teleop is this purple, purple, green pattern. So purple, purple, green, purple, purple, green, purple. They've actually got 7 additional points there because they're matching this pattern as long as it's the same at the end of teleop. 7532 is looking to park. That's the core in blue from Harrison High School and Harrisonville High School and Middle School. 18415, Diamond Ducks from Pembroke looking to park in the taped off area as well. Looks like they'll probably get a partial park, and 7532 might get a full park, the core in blue. Good match, everybody. Looks like Red's got a big advantage going into final scoring, but you never know what penalties and these last little bits might hold. If you're in match 3, you need to come to queuing. Match 3 is team 3409 Astromex, 14995 Sapphire Starlings, 27405, and 10127. Looks like we're ready to take the robots off the field, and so pretty soon here, we'll have our score for match 1. We're ready to go, and so match 1... Red wins. So no penalty points here. 50 points for Red, 10 points for Blue. The Red Alliance got 21 artifact points, so they had 7 scored, and they got 14 pattern points, a whole lot. 15 for base. That means that one of their robots was fully parked in the tape, and the other robot was a little bit sticking into the tape. Great job there. And then the Blue Alliance, only 5 points for a partial park. Good first match. The technology cooperated really, really well for us. So thank you for whoever prayed to the technology gods. Okay, in match 2, we've got on the Red Alliance, team 26515, BCMS Mustang M-Bots, and their partner 32402, Bison Bots Black number 2 from East Trails Middle School. On the Blue Alliance, we've got 21-487, Bison Bots Silver, also from East Trails Middle School, and Team 9960 Nerds from Northwest Missouri Educational Robotics Foundation and Conception Junction, Missouri. So a little bit of an East Trails Middle School competition here between red and blue. One team from that middle school on each of those alliances. The teams are getting their preloaded artifacts set up, getting their robots aligned accurately. You've got to have your robot in a known starting position. So you want to be exactly the same every time. So as the robot drives around, it knows where it should be. That's going to increase your odds of shooting accurately and being able to intake additional artifacts as autonomous goes. We're ready to initialize, we're ready to randomize. So let's see what we've got. It's purple, green, purple this time. So again, as we go up the ramp, we want to see purple, green, purple, purple, green, purple. And let's see if these alliances are ready. Red Alliance, are you ready? Good job. Blue Alliance, are we ready? We have a thumbs down from a ref, so just want to check something, make sure everything's accurate. And we see that there is a green artifact that's in the wrong place. So we want to have these set up so that the two sides are symmetrical. And so our head ref will get that set, and then we'll be ready to start. Thanks to our field personnel for noticing small problems like that. Probably wouldn't have mattered, but we want to make sure everything's right. Okay, Alliance is still ready. Everybody's good. Score tracker's ready. Head ref is ready. FTA is ready. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go! Team 32-402, Bison Bots Black, moving away a little bit and shooting really, really high. First one goes out, 21-487 on the Blue Alliance. Bison Bots Silver gets 2 into the scoring thing. And their partner, 9960 Nerds, gets 1 additional. So the Blue Alliance has got 3 scored, and the Red Alliance has got 2 scored. It looks like that's pretty much what's going to happen in Autonomous. And our second red robot,
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
515, didn't move in Autonomous.
2,
Let's see
1.
what teleop holds. Okay, we got 3 driving robots. 1 was moving, so I'm hopeful. Yes, everybody's driving. That's what we like to see. 26515, BCMS Mustang M-Bots scoring another one from the near zone. Their opponent Nerds 9960 on the Blue Alliance setting up for a shot from really, really far away. They've got a limelight camera on the front of their robot, so they're able to know how far they are from the scoring zone. They can adjust their flywheel speed to match based on that. Team 26515, BCMS Mustang M-Bots, driving over to score from the near zone. Their partner, 32402, Bison Bots Black, scoring 3, 1, 2, 3. Nice job, Bison Bots. Looks like Red is really running away with it so far, but Nerds answer with 1 shot from really, really far over there. Got a lot of robots over in the corner, including, it looks like maybe 1 having some technical difficulties. Sorry to see that. Human player loading up for 32402, Bison Bots Black. They're driving around, thinking about shooting, getting lined up. I thought maybe they were backwards. Okay, I was curious if they were going to shoot balls into the audience, artifacts into the audience. Oh, nice. They're getting lined up, trying to get their distance just right so they can get them. Their arc is so high, they've got to be really, really close. But 32402 is getting those artifacts in. Good job, East Trails Middle School. 9960 Nerds getting lined up. Lost one of their green artifacts as their indexer up top rotated around, but here comes a purple. Nice. See if they can get another one in. 32402 continuing to score with that high, high arc. And they've got those huge yellow wheels on that thing. Nice job, Nerds. They get another one up into the Blue Alliance scoring zone and down onto the ramp. Now, again, if you think about this purple, green, purple pattern, that sets whether they get additional points as you go up the ramp from starting from the audience side. Now, the referees are going to confer, see if they can figure out who's fully parked, who's partially parked in these taped off zones. The tape counts. So if you're touching tape, you're in the zone. But if you're touching the foam outside, then you're a little outside. So to be fully parked, you want to be at most inside the tape. That's true also for the shooting zones. So these 2 triangular zones, one small one near the audience and a larger one near the timer, is the acceptable shooting zone. And if robots have any part of the robot over the tape, they're in that zone and they're allowed to shoot. But if a robot is barely in the tape and an opponent comes along and bumps them out and they shoot, there's going to be a penalty for that. In the first meet today, we had a team that played a lot of defense. So we may see some bumping, we may see some shoving around. Those are okay things. This year, that's a little more common than in the past. And so don't be shocked if you see some robots bumping each other. My team had a scrimmage last night. They got bumped by another robot, just absolutely shoved. And they were trying to shove back, and they drew so much power for their motors that they blew the fuse in their battery. I had not seen that before. So there's some new things coming this year. The referees are still conferring to make sure they're getting all of the points accurately for both, reflected accurately for both alliances. It may not make a difference in terms of who wins the match, but it can make a difference in future things. And so we want to make sure that we're inspecting everything and understanding entirely how to referee the matches. Because as we get to the league tournament in the coming weeks, super qualifier, and then on to state, the robots are going to be doing more and more stuff. It's going to be harder and harder to score, and we're going to see what might today feel like a really weird situation. Down the road, it may get pretty common. If you are in match 4, you should get ready to come to queuing. That's Diamond Ducks 18415, PCMS Mustang MBots 26515, Bison Bots Black 32402, and the Core in Blue 7532. Those teams should come to queuing. Is that right? Still conferring a little bit, but it looks like we're settling in. We'll probably know in about 30 seconds, and then we can get on with the next match. This is going really smoothly in terms of technology. At the first meet, I had to run to my car to get a driver hub for a team. So in this year's game, there are some zones where robots can be and zones where robots can not be. So for example, on this red side, if a blue robot hits their lever over there, that's a major penalty. And if a robot dies in the wrong zone and gets touched by an opposing alliance, it can cause a lot of penalty points to get accumulated. And that may be what happens here. The Red Alliance wins. A score of 98-38. Now with that 98, see there are 55 foul points. So something happened with blue. I think there was a blue robot that died somewhere, and then when red touched them, penalties just kept getting accumulated more and more and more. It's a frustrating situation. Sometimes teams just avoid those areas that are risky, and it just can happen. So sometimes robots die, static electricity will kill them, but a connector comes loose, things like that. Unfortunate, but it does occur. All right, we're getting ready for match 3. In match 3, we've got these teams. On the Red Alliance, Team 3409, Astromechs. Their partners are 14995 Sapphire Starlings from the Pembroke High School. On the Blue Alliance, we've got Bison Bots Black, number 1, 27405 from East Trails Middle School. And their partners, Tesla's Knights, team 10127 from North Kansas City. In terms of rankings, Bison Bots Black are number 2 in the event. They're number 9 in the league. Yeah. So keep an eye on Bison Bots. The Blue Alliance, lots of interesting stuff. Astromex, great team stuff. Sapphire Starlings, I can't wait to see what they're doing today. All the teams are getting their robots loaded up with artifacts, getting ready to run their autonomous programs. Team Tesla's Knights 10127 was on the winning alliance at the Chicago Robotics Invitational last year. Really impressive. Astromex has been to the World Championship many times, so some amazing teams here. You can tell how old a team is from their team number. So team 3409 Astromex is the oldest team here, and the newest is 27405 Bison Bots. Basically, they're sequential. Rookie teams this year are like 33601, so we're up to 33,000 FTC teams over time. There are 8,000 or 9,000 active teams this year all over the world. Some of the top teams in FTC are in Romania. FTA Ken, just checking to make sure everybody's electronics are working 100%, getting everybody connected to their robot, initializing their autonomous programs. Once everybody's initialized, we'll randomize. Randomized here is green, purple, purple. So once we're ready to go, we will, teams will see if they can read that and do everything correctly. Let's check and see if the alliances are ready. Red Alliance, are we ready? I've got thumbs up from both teams. Blue Alliance, are we ready? Thumbs up from both teams. Score trackers ready. Referees ready. FTA's ready. So let's start it up in 3, 2, 1, go! 4 robots moving in autonomous. Tesla's Knights firing up their shooter, Team 10127. The silver bot over here on the Blue Alliance, doing a good job getting 2 shot in. The Astromex 3409 got 2, scored correctly. I assume the third one fell off of the field, and so they're getting ready to shoot 3 more. Wow, look at that. Their middle one came off the field this time. Tesla's Knights shooting some more. It looks like the 2 alliances are pretty even at this point. The other 2 robots basically just drove around a little bit to get off the tape. That gets them a bonus point for, it gets them points, and then also helps qualify them for a ranking point.
2,
the ranking points are how we really keep score overall. So we want to win matches, but there are also things like getting off the tape in autonomous, parking in endgame, scoring lots and lots of the artifacts during the match, and scoring based on this pattern that we randomized at the beginning. 3409 Astromex getting ready to shoot some more, while Tesla's Knights shoots from really far with a high arc that is going in very nicely. Look at that. Oh, great job, Tesla's Knights. Astromex shooting a little bit outside the field. Their partners 14995 doing a good job shooting as well. Sapphire Starlings, that's a great little shooting area that they've got. It takes up a lot of volume in their robot, but they're able to keep contact with their shooting wheel as the artifact goes through the system. 10127 Tesla's Knights trying to get some more artifacts picked up. It looks like they've got a really cool thing. So if you look at this metal robot that's close to the audience, they've got 2-sided intake. So they can intake from the side near you, but they can also intake from the other side with these 2 cool rubber band intakes. That enables them to intake faster and be able to turn the robot a lot less as they go. Having a little bit of trouble getting the artifacts up into their shooter right now, but that's a great intake they've got built. 14995, Sapphire Starlings getting ready to shoot from nearby. They've got a little arm that pushes the artifacts into their shooter. Here we go. Boom! They got one more. Will it go up? Come on! There it goes. They give it a little shake. That's why driver practice is so important. So Sapphire Starlings know if their shooter is having a little bit of trouble getting the artifact in place, they just give the robot a little wiggle and maybe it'll come through. 10127 Tesla's Knights having a little bit of technical difficulties over there. Looks like they may have a jam of some sort preventing them from getting artifacts up in, so they're going to go park. They're fully parked inside the blue taped off zone. And so then their partner 27405, Bison Bots, black number 1, may come over and try to park with them. It looks like they're playing a little defense and just kind of knocking their opponent around. So we've got both alliances trying to have a robot completely parked for 10 points, and then a partial park with somebody just kind of dipping a toe into the taped off zone for another 5 points. Great overall match. This is really tight with 92-72 as the score. One major penalty could swing that really, really far. And the end game points with regard to these patterns with the green, purple, purple, and also who gets credit for parking is going to maybe swing things. So it's anybody's game. We'll see a little bit of an update here as the score trackers put more and more information into the scoring system. This will update, but the score's not official until it's official. All right, so this was match 3. Next, so these teams need to come to queuing. 3409 Astromex, 9960 Nerds, 22093 Bison Bots, and 14995 Sapphire Starlings. You need to go to queuing as soon as you can. I realize 2 of them are on the field. Okay, you can pick up your robots. And so that probably means we're going to find out who won match 3 in just a second. It's the Red Alliance. An overall score of 117-87. We do see some foul points here. So it looks like the Blue Alliance was in the wrong place, touched the robot at the wrong time. I don't know what the details were on those fouls, but you see 60 artifact points to 51 artifact points, really, really tight, very high overall score. These were some great, great robots driving in qualification match 3. We're getting ready for qualification match 4. This features on the Red Alliance, Team 18415 Diamond Ducks from the Pembroke High School, Teams 26515 BCMS Mustang M-Bots from Barnard C. Campbell Middle School in Lee Summit. And on the Blue Alliance, Team 32402 Bison Bots Black number 2 from East Trails Middle School in Lee Summit. And their partner, Team 7532, the Core in Blue from Harrisonville High School and Harrisonville Middle School in Harrisonville, Missouri. Get everything set. Everybody's doing some preloading, putting some artifacts in their robot, getting everything lined up correctly, making sure the field is right. Looking really good. Everything's going very smoothly technology-wise. So I wonder if at Meet 1, maybe just everybody was tired. Our FTA Ken is making sure all of the artifacts are exactly right. In Autonomous, these robots are going to try to pick up those artifacts, and so they need to know where they're going to be. And if one isn't quite right, it could throw a team off and sway how a match goes. So we want to make sure those things are as accurate as possible before we let everybody start. Now we're going to check and make sure the teams have got their Autonomous programs initialized and ready to go. Looks like one of the Red Alliance is still working on that, so we'll check in with the Blue Alliance. Looks like these guys are pretty ready, so we're getting close to initializing and rolling the dice to see which of our motif patterns we're going to use this match. One of the cool things this year about FTC is the difficulty of earning ranking points is going to change over the course of the season. So right now, all right, we're ready to randomize, so let's see what the future holds. Purple, purple, green, motif number 3. So if teams score purple, purple, green as we come up the ramp, that's going to help them get more points. Let's check in with the Red Alliance. Are you guys ready? I got thumbs up from both teams. Blue Alliance, we are all ready as well. Score tracker's ready. Referee is ready. FTA is ready. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. Got one robot moving, 32402 early in the match. That is Bison Bots Black number 2. They get one scored. Let's see if they're able to get some more. Ooh. Oh, a little outside the field. We've got field personnel who are going to get the rebounds, though. One more. Oh, bounces off the edge. Great job, Bison Bots. That's super. The 3 robots just biding their time, waiting in the wings. Okay, let's start the human player teleop phase.
3,
see if we can get everybody
2,
driving and shoot
1.
some artifacts. Looks like 32402 is very eager. Their human player is going to load in, so they drop the artifacts in. So when you see the robots go into the corners and human players interact with them, that's legal, but humans can't touch the robot and can't touch the robot by extension. So if they're holding an artifact, they can't shove the artifact into the robot. All they can do is sort of drop it in. So 32402, Bison Bots Black #2, getting ready to shoot some more over here on the Blue Alliance. Going a little bit too far. On the Red Alliance, 18415, Diamond Ducks, shooting. It looks like they're having a little trouble getting the artifact rolled over into their shooter. A little bit of unreliability there. They can wiggle it around like their sister team and maybe get it to drop in. It looks like maybe they could have a little bit longer. Ooh, there it went. Yeah. 26515. In the meantime, BCMS Mustang M-Bots getting one scored. So the Red Alliance currently has 2 on their ramp, while the Blue Alliance has got 4 on their ramp. At the end of teleop, this pattern is going to apply for additional points. Generally speaking, artifacts that get onto the ramp are worth 3 points. There are situations where they might only be worth 1 if it's already full. Continuing to do a lot of good shooting work. Human player loading a robot over here for the Blue Alliance. Just dropping 3 artifacts in. That's great. 7532, the core in blue from Harrisonville High and Middle. Here they come. They're going to do their little shoot. They've got green compliant wheels, and they're going to roll the artifacts in one by one. Shoot one in. Oh, not quite. Now we're in the end game. In end game, the robots can go park in the taped off zones. If a robot wants, it can get taller, and there are a variety of ways that we can try to stack 2 robots completely in one of the taped off zones. But generally speaking, what we've seen today is a full park and a partial park. All right, great job, everybody, in qualification match 4. The following teams need to come to queuing: 5227 Galactech, 27405 Bison Bots Black #1, 10127 Tesla's Knights, and 21487 Bison Bots Silver. Those teams come to queuing. Referees conferring to make sure that the scoring is completely accurate for both alliances. Right now it's a tie, 25-25, so the referees' work is really important right now. All right, let's see what the results are. Red Alliance wins. You know it was tight. Wow, 98-38. Okay, well, there were a lot of penalties there. So 55 penalty points. I didn't see what that was, but the referees do a great job, and so I'm sure that's accurate. That's the end of that's match 2. Was this an update? We may have had a little bit of a technical difficulty. We'll get it sorted out. Okay, let's see. We got a match update here. This is for the blue win, and that's for match 4, the one that just happened. So 35-31. Yeah, And so that is the status on 4. Okay. Great. Okay, great. There was no update to match 2. So this is the status of match 4, and we're going to get started with match 5 here in a second. Match 5 features on the Red Alliance, Team 3409 Astromex from Kansas City, Missouri. Their partner team 9960 Nerds from Northwest Missouri Educational Robotics Foundation in Conception Junction. And their opponents on the Blue Alliance, 22093 Bison Bots Green from East Trails Middle School, and Team 14995 Sapphire Starlings from the Pembroke High School in Kansas City, Missouri. This is going to be a pretty tight one because we've got league rank 8 and 11 and 15 and 24. So this should be pretty high scoring. We're ready to randomize. So let's see what we got. Green, purple, purple. Bison Bots are pleased with this roll. I don't know what this means. Let's check in with the teams and see if the Red Alliance is ready. I see thumbs up, so let's check with the Blue Alliance. Also thumbs up. Score tracker, referee, and FTA are all ready. So let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go! We've got 4 robots moving in autonomous. Team 14995. Sapphire Starlings delivering nicely up into the scoring. And their partner 22093, Bison Bots Green, doing likewise. On the Red Alliance, putting an absolute clinic, 3409 Astromex and Nerds just throwing down. At the end of Autonomous, it looks like we're going to have 6 artifacts in each of the ramps. Really impressive start to this match.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2,
So the score this
1.
early is 33 to 30. This is going to be a high-scoring affair. Red Alliance goes and picks up 3. Astromex shoot 3, make 2. Astromex go and pick up some more from the other side because they were the closest. There are zones where robots should not go, but generally speaking, you can go pick up artifacts wherever you want. 14995 Sapphire Starlings shooting 3 more up into the scoring for Blue. Doing a great job. In fact, they've scored so many, it's time to hit the gate and release all the artifacts out. Now, once Blue releases the artifacts, Red does have preferential access to that taped off zone on the side. And so if a red robot is in there picking up artifacts and a blue robot touches them, that can be a penalty. 3409 likewise has a full rack over there, so they hit the gate and release all of those artifacts out onto the field. 14995 Sapphire Starlings scoring a couple more up in the Blue Alliance. Oh, they 1 out of 3, not bad. 3409 Astromex continuing to intake. They've got a little ramp on the bottom, and then a bunch of these red star wheels. Those work really well for getting control of the artifacts and then also transferring them through the robot. So they've got 2 sets of those wheels, one to do intake and the other to do transfer, and then they've got a shooter up at the end. It's a simple system, and it's working really, really well. Red Alliance resets again, releases about half of the artifacts from their ramp. At the end game, you kind of want to have 9 up there, and so may not want to hit the lever at this point, the gate at this point, and release those artifacts. Now we're in end game. So 22093, Bison Bots Green is over there parked, waiting for their partner to maybe come park with them as well. 9960 Nerds throwing from really far and making it in. Nice job. Everybody trying to get on. It looks like Red Alliance is going to get partial, and Blue Alliance is trying for full and partial. Good match. Red Alliance has a little bit of an advantage going into final scoring, but we'll see what the future holds. If your team is in match 7, you should come to the queuing area. That is 7532, the core in blue, 26515, BCMS Mustang M-Bots, and 22093, Bison Bots Green, and also Astromex who are on the field right now. So go to queuing when you're available. Referees are conferring to make sure everybody agrees about final status, penalties, those kinds of things. We are good. We can pick up some robots, so let's see what the score is for match 5. Red Alliance wins with a score of 127-87. No penalties there. Everybody had equal base points, pattern points. Blue Alliance had an advantage there, so just that random pattern aligned better for them, I suppose. But Red Alliance had so many artifact points, it was really hard to catch up with that. We're getting ready for match 6 now. On match 6, we've got on the Red Alliance team 5227 Galactech, sister team of Astromex, who just came off. We've got their partner on red, 27405 Bison Bots Black, number 1 from East Trails Middle School. On blue, we've got 10127 Tesla's Knights from North Kansas City. And their partner on blue, 21487 Bison Bots Silver from East Trails Middle School in Lee Summit, Missouri. So we've got 2 East Trails Middle School teams on opposite sides here. One on red, one on blue. Tesla's Knights and Galactech. This could be another high-scoring one. It looks like we've got Bison Bots Silver at League Rank 5 and Bison Bots Black, League Rank 11. And then Tesla's Knights 12, Galactech 8. This looks like a tight match. Should be pretty high-scoring. There will be a lot going on. Everybody's checking to make sure they've got their robot turned on, their preloaded artifacts. I don't know if you can see right now, but 27405, this red one that's right by the goal. What are we doing here? 6. 27405 Bison Bots Black has ginormous googly eyes on the side, so check him out as they drive around. Tesla's Knights, this amazing silver robot that's really close to you. I hope they have a better match this time. Looked like they had a jam or something last time, so they weren't able to throw as many artifacts up as usual, but what a great team, and can't wait to see what they're able to do. 21487 Bison Bots Silver also having a great day today. So many creative solutions to this. Each of these has a different kind of intake, and we're ready to randomize. Let's see what we've got. Purple, green, purple is the pattern. So any at the end of Autonomous or Teleop that match that pattern coming up from the end of the ramp, we're going to get you extra points. Let's see. Red Alliance, are we ready? Yes. Blue Alliance, also ready. Score tracker, referee, FTA. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. 2 robots, 3 robots moving in Autonomous. Tesla's Knights overshooting a little bit. Their partner 21487 also shooting a little too far. Bison Bots Silver. Looks like Blue Alliance ends with 2 in the ramp so far. Let's see if Tesla's Knights has got a little more up their sleeve, though. Oh, they're waiting for their... Oh, got a little too far again. Nice job, though. Lots shot. So the 2 alliances pretty equal. In fact, exactly equal right now. Everybody off the tape, so they get move bonuses for that.
Driver,
and each alliance has 2 artifacts scored,
3,
and they're both green-purple, so they get
1.
none of these pattern points because both are wrong. Okay, 5227 Galactech driving really fast, getting ready to shoot. They've got those cool orange compliant wheels. They missed their 2 shots. They're on Red Alliance, so it's okay if they hit that lever over there. If Blue Alliance were where 5227 is, they should be a little worried. 21487, Bison Bots Silver, getting ready to shoot. They make 1. Going over to and take another one off the wall. They get one picked up. It looks like they pretty much hold 1 at a time, and they're doing a good job of getting 1 at a time in. So, you know, you want to hold 3 at a time, but if you can do 1 at a time, well, live it. All right, 5227 getting ready to shoot over here. Galactech makes 2 really rapidly. It looks like in the same way that 21487 pretty much holds 1 at a time and gets them in, Galactech holds 2 at a time and gets them in. Tesla's Knights getting ready. They're shooting from the near zone. They've got 2 loaded in their robot. They're getting their flywheel up to speed. They've got a really cool turret system up on the top that allows them to shoot at a variety of angles. And they've got a limelight camera mounted up top as well, so they can figure out how far they are from the April tag on the front of the scoring element. We've got two robots bumping into each other here, and that is okay. 5227 Galactech and 10127 Tesla's Knights are both sort of fighting for this shooting zone so they can get their shot. They're preventing each other from shooting, and that is completely fine. They can't pin against the wall for a long time. There's some other limits like that. Galactech very bravely decides to release all of their artifacts right before endgame. I have no idea why. And they're going to park fully in here. Oh, maybe. Oh, look at 21487. They've got a kickstand. So BisonBot Silver is able to lift off in that way, and their partner can park potentially for double park, which would be amazing to see. At the end of the match, 35-34, we'll see what penalties and endgame scoring get us. Now, normally in FTC, if you overlap a taped off area, that's whether you're in or not. But the taped off areas in endgame here are a little different. So 21487 looks to be completely supported by things that are inside the tape. So they are considered to be fully parked. 5227, maybe not, I can't quite tell. And 10127 looks like maybe a partial. But the important thing is 21487 is hanging out over the edge of the tape, but because they're supported by things that are entirely inside the tape, that can still count as a full park. We're ready to pull the robots off the field, and so that probably means we're going to get a score. Here's the score for match 6. Blue wins. 50-49, 1 point difference, so a tiny margin there. Really impressive round. Oh, wow, what a great one. We need to get ready, so we're going to load up for match 7. But the following teams are in match 8. Please come to queuing. 27-405, BisonBots Black number 1. 14-995, Sapphire Starlings. 32-402, BisonBots Black number 2. And 5227, Galactech. Those teams go to queuing right now. Coming to the field are our teams for qualification match 7. On the Red Alliance, we've got team 7532, the Core in Blue from Harrisonville High School and Middle School. And their partners, team 26515, BCMS Mustang M-Bots from Bernard C. Campbell Middle School in Lee Summit. On the Blue Alliance, we've got 22093, BisonBots Green from East Trails Middle School in Lee Summit. And also team 3409 Astromex from Kansas City, Missouri. All right, we're ready to randomize. Let's do it. We've got green, purple, purple. All right, let's check in and see if the Red Alliance is ready. We've got 2 thumbs ups, and the Blue Alliance is also ready. And we've got a score tracker ready, the referee is ready, and the FTA is ready. So let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. All right, we've got 2 robots moving in autonomous on the Blue Alliance, shooting some scoring up there. Look at that, we've got 4 artifacts scored. Astromex go over, try to pick up more. Looks like it didn't quite work out the way they wanted it to, but they have a big advantage over the Red Alliance as we finish up the autonomous period. Both of the blue robots are off the tape, so they're going to get move bonuses for that and maybe earn a ranking point depending on how they end up at the end of the match.
3, 2, 1.
All right, Red Alliance comes to life. We've got 4 robots moving now. 22093 Bison Bots Green goes and picks up 3 from their human player. 26515. BCS Mustang M Bots picking up some as well. 7532 Core in Blue with a high arc, getting 3 scored right away. They're able to go intake. Or are they? No, they pick up from their human player. So 7532 headed back over to the human player to get some more, get another load of artifacts. Load them up, Indiana Jones. They got to take them to the museum. 3409 releasing the lever on their ramp to let all of those artifacts go back down. They've lost their number plate off the side of the robot. So let's just remember that the one with the red compliant wheels is Astromex. Everybody continuing to drive around. 3409 getting ready to shoot again. Really nice shooting from 3409. They're able to intake off the field so they can come over and pick some up over here. Whereas 7532 on the Red Alliance, it was reliant on the human player to load up. And 26515 looks like they may be reliant on the human player as well. So one of the things the humans can do is they can grab artifacts as they come into that white taped off loading zone in the corner near you, and they can put those in those black boxes that they've got. That way they can be sure they've got some more to load into future robots. So now the human player is going to load 3 more in, boom, 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 into 7532, and they're going to go back over and try to deliver them into the scoring zone with that high arc that they do. Oh, not quite up to speed, it looked like. There we go. Nice. 7532 getting a couple more scored in. Looks like Blue's got a big advantage. They've got a completely full ramp right now. We've got the 3409 number laying on the field, and it looks like maybe some full and partial parks for the 2 alliances. Really impressive match. Pretty tight scoring, though, at the moment with 64-77. Well, thanks for putting up with me and listening to my annoying voice. You know how my wife feels now. I'm going to hand the mic off to another game announcer because my team just got here for Meet 3 that we're going to participate in. So thanks to Vern for taking over.
You're quite welcome. Let's hear it for Glenn. You kind of got tagged the last few minutes to come in and do just about all the day. I will warn you that I'm going to be kind of new to this. I haven't announced for 10 years. So I'm a little rusty. I'm sure, just like anything in first, if you have a problem, you've got a question, you're kind of stumbling, there's always somebody right next to you, another team that can help you out. What's great for me to feel right now is the fact that we got so many teams, and I went through and interviewed them. And, are we doing really close? Like that. So I can rub my mustache. Okay. So they're saying here. Okay. And Red wins. Congratulations to Red. Those in queuing, as soon as they see the robots leave the field, can come back out here now. Those that are still in the pits, and you're next up for, what are we on? If you're number 9, you should be in the queuing. All right. And we'll have 27405, Bison Bots Black number 1, one of the schools that have multiple bots competing today. 149.95, they're partnering, Sapphire Starlings, versus 32402, Bison Bots Black number 2, another one of those multiple teams from the same school. And 5227 Galactic Tech. They're busily getting everything right. I've got to commend all our volunteers. I would have us stop and have the volunteers raise their hand, but it's just about everybody that's not on a team. All right, looks like everybody's getting their bots in place. The FTA is looking, making sure that they got everything set up correctly. The first part, the 30 seconds, is what they have programmed the robot to do. You will notice that when you look at the people controlling the robot, they're not touching anything because they can't. That's a penalty during the autonomous. So they have to program whatever they want the robot to do for 30 seconds. They have to have it planned in advance. Okay, so blue. Okay, we're ready to randomize. And green, purple, purple, ID 21. Okay, red alliance, thumbs up if you're ready. Blue alliance, thumbs up if you're ready. FTA, score, and referees. So, if everybody ready, on 1, 3, 2, 1, go. And they're all moving. Now, to get 3 points, all they have to do is get out of their starting location. We have 149.95. It's got one in. And all right, we got 320, 32.402 just shot one over the goal. And we're going to start our controlled section in 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go.
Drivers,
This is
pick
where
up
it's
your
like
controls.
an RC car. They're going to
3,
control everything.
2, 1.
Sorry. So they're going to control everything going on. You can see them move a lot more randomly. Different robots have different places that they got their robots set up to shoot. 27.45 just hit 3 in a row, and he's going to looking around for other balls to pick up. 5227 just got a couple of shots. 32.402 just made one, missed one, and made two. 149.95 shooting. A lot of activity going in the field. Now some of the robots are, some of the robots can pick up off of the field. Some can have the human players drop it in. That's why you can see the difference. Like 27.405 is manually having the balls put in. Then they'll run to their shooting areas. Shooting areas are the triangle areas. All right, we have a little bit of commotion in the corner. Penalty's been called. 27.405 is setting up. 1, 2, up, missed the third one. 5227 is lining up. There's one, there's two, over the thing, and we have 32.402 made one, and almost made two. 149.95, adjusting it, getting one and two in. 32.402, lining it up. It's kind of hard because you're shooting this thing from an angle. You're not directly in line with the robot. You're to one side, and you're trying to figure out is it lined up or not. So that's quite a trick after a while. All right, that's the thing saying we have the last 15 seconds to go. This is where they decide if they want to shoot more or get in their little blue or red box. If you have a robots that are completely in it, then they get the full score. You'll see robots will try to get one completely in and then one shared. And that's that match. Everybody stop. Now, FTC is 8th grade on up, right? 14 years old on through high school. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's one of the things I don't really know off the top of my head. I had help. It's actually from 6th grade on up, which reminds me we do have some 6th grade team. So just think the awesomeness of 6th graders. They're competing against seniors in high school. In a lot of cases, they are holding their own and doing just as good or better. And red wins. Can they get their robot? Okay. Let's pick up the robots. Let's get them moving on. Field setters need to get the field set up. We need the next set of robots coming out here from the queuing station. Okay. That was 8, 9, right? Okay. All right, on the field, we should have 9960 Nerds, 10127 Tesla's Knights, all in red. Blue, we should have 18415 Diamond Ducks, 21487, another one of the Bison bots. This one's silver. You can see they all have their preferred locations. It's setting up the robot for its beginning point. Again, this first section is all pre-programmed. They have to guess what the other team's going to do, where they can get a clear shot. Okay. So, score, ref. All right, the team that just left, please check to see if you have a purple ball in your robot that you've taken off the field with. We do need it to keep the ball numbers. Okay, we're good, thank you. This is the interesting point where our fantastic FTA field technical assistant goes through, checks, make sure they're ready to go, that the teams aren't struggling. All right, so. All right, let's start off with the red team. Are you ready? Thumbs up. Blue team, thumbs up if you're ready. All right, now we have scorers ready, referees ready, FTA's ready to go. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we got 2 robots going. 24-487's already shot 2. 101-27 made 2. Oop. Somebody's making a long shot, 99-60. Now remember, this is all pre-programmed. Nobody's currently telling them to adjust or change anything. This is all what the robot's programmed to do, and then they stop. And the contestants wait.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
Okay, pick them up.
3, 2, 1.
And here comes our RC controlled part of the thing. All right, 21-487's made the first one. 101-27's come close. 18-415's trying to get its shooter going. 21-487 almost made it. Long shot, 99-60, going hunting for balls now. 101-27, set up to make a shot. Oh, bumped a little bit out of place by 21-487. We can play defense in this, but it cannot be continual contact. All right, 99-60, that long-range shooter is doing pretty good. Here, up, in, and out. It's almost like basketball. All right, so 18-415 seems to be dancing into the blue box. We're having a pushing contest between 101-27 and 21-487. 99-60 is getting the human player to load it up. The tricky part there is he can't have the ball touching the robot and the player at the same time. All right, it looks like 18-415's got a problem, so they parked in the blue thing. So we have 3 active robots are moving around, trying to score. A long shot by 99-60, just barely missed. All right, sometimes they hit the sidewall because the balls are actually kind of slick and hard to pick up. Ooh, look at this, 99-60 raising itself up. So 101-27 right underneath. 21-487 is a little different. They're trying to angle themselves back. And we'll leave it up to the referees if they did what they needed to do or not. We have a good stack of 99-60, 101-27. Okay, the other one, the blue team got a full and a partial, so because the second robot didn't get it, all of itself inside the blue square. At this point, we have discussions about scores, penalties, fouls, so we really can't go by the score, though red right now is ahead 30 to blue 13. Red. I do by All right, time to get the robots off, time to get the other robots in. If you're in queuing, please pick up your robots and head to the field. All right, I'm told to remind everybody, this is the actual score. Red winner, 75, blue 30. Looks like we had a foul against blue, so red got 15 points. Congratulations both teams. It's a phenomenal thing to get your robot to do anything, really. The top there where it said lead, for those that are not directly involved with the robotics that may have a question about what does it mean by leave. In autonomous, they get points. You'll notice that they start off over here in the white triangle or the white triangle over here. If they can leave that area, which means they move in autonomous far enough to not touch those white lines, they get 3 points. All right, qualification number 10. Red, 32402. Bison Bots and Bison Bots Alliance. We have 27405 Bison Bots. On the blue side, we have 26515 BCMS Mustangs and 2203 Bison Bots. Looks like we have a Bison Bot community going to compete. Now, sometimes in a setup, they'll have little problems with the controller, and they'll try to straighten those out before they get to the RC part of it. They want the robot to operate cleanly all the way through. Once autonomous ends, it's really not capable of getting. All right, time to randomize. And we have purple, green, purple, ID number 22. Now, all right, red, ready, stick some thumbs up. Blue, if you're ready, thumbs, thank you. Score, referee. Score, referee, FTA. All right, we're good to go. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we got 3 robots moved. We got 22093s trying once. Got one miss, so 1 out of 3. That's not bad. They were all close. And okay, we got 32402s tried once, came really close. Okay, now they're going to listen for the buzzer, and then
Drivers,
the
pick up
voice
your
is going to say,
3, 2, 1.
All right, here we go in our teleoperated. Artifacts being loaded up into 32402. Artifacts in 22093, while 27405 shooting away. It looks like they made all three. 32402 lining up, taking its turn for red. Making 1, 2, and 3 for 3. They're doing great. 22093 for blue. Made a couple. We're running around. Some of them are, all right, 26515. All right. You can tell, almost. You can tell the robots are fairly individual. You got cardboard on this one. We got plastic on that one. All the different variations. You got eyes on 27405. He's coming over here to shoot. Oops, a little misfire. There we go. 1, 2. Made 1. 22093 made 1. 2. And 3, even though he got a nudge from 32402. All right, we're jostling around, trying to get lined up. Being complicated by 26515. Going to go ahead and shoot from there. Shoots and hits 32402. Human player loading up 22097. 27403 shoots 1. Bit of a problem. Those wheels are really difficult to get correctly. Our long shot, 22097, trying to shoot me. And okay, we are into our last section. All right. So all robots stop. So full partial for blue. I really can't tell. I'm going to leave it to the referee for red. That's probably what they're discussing. But look around at a variety of robots you can get there. There's none of them that you're going to see that are exactly the same. But they all are doing the same thing, and they're all doing it quite well. All right, let's pick up the robots, get them off the field. Those on the queuing table, let's bring it over. All right. So the score, red 57, blue 73, making blue the winner. 26515, 22093. All right, it looks like 26515. The little arrow over here that I'm pointing at is saying that they moved up in rankings due to their play this last match. All right, we're up to qualification number 11. Red, we have 149.95 Sapphire Starlings. We have 101.27 Tesla Knights. And blue, we have 75.32, the core in blue. And 9960 Nerds. When you start thinking about it, it kind of amazes me that we end up with 12 teams, all of them to get 6 matches, and we do it in 2 hours. The work and the timing and the quickness that the field setup has to go through, the judging and the scoring, even when there's a difficulty, has to get it done in that time. Now, before the ball colors are defined, they can't touch the robot anymore. So they can't push a button and say, oh, we have this series of balls to pick up. If the robot's picking them up and putting in order, it's only because they programmed some way of the robot determining what this looks like and having a programmer set it up so that the robot's going to do it correctly. Now, that doesn't mean that everything will be great, because this is not just a straight shoot that's going to keep him in the order that they go in. So they might get out of order in here. So we're going to randomize. And it's green, purple, purple, ID number 21. All right, red team, thumbs. Blue team, are you ready? Scoring, referee, and FTA. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. One's moving. Oh, we got a long shot. 2 long shots. 101.27 made 2 attempts. We got 99.60 making his second shot. Looks like he made the first shot. Ooh, 3 out of 3 for 99.60. 101.27 is a little bit off angle. They did make one, so now we're waiting. Okay.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
So pick up the
3,
controls.
2, 1.
And we're off. 149.95. Scott Warren's going to shoot it before picking something else up. 75.32 shoots one up and in. Ooh, off the top and in. Long shot, 101.27, 2. Short shot, 149.95, 99.60. That one's a little, oh, that one's a little off. Again, it's really hard to judge if you're pointing this robot when you're looking at it from an angle. All right, 149.95 makes one. 75.32 makes its first attempt. Second attempt hits the top, and third makes it in. 101.27 coming up from a long shot, making shorter shots. There's 1, 2, and he goes to pick up some other balls. Look at the score, 31-33, so tight, so very close. 101.27 makes one. Oops, short on the second, and off on the third. 75.32, lined up. 101.27, 75.32, shoots one, makes it, 2, makes it. 101.27, made one. 70.32, looks like he made all 3. Now when you start rolling across the top there, they don't get the points they do for the bottom areas. 101.27, lining up. Ooh, we got the alliance partners shooting next to each other. 149.95, 101.27, 99.60 is doing its lift, and 75.32 is trying to get in there the best it can. All right. Should not have any activities on any of the robots. The judges are trying to figure out if everything is within for the double stack. They'll be checking the red one as far as if they're both in. Okay, red's got a full and a partial. Blue has, this is where it gets difficult to judge. You know, you're talking about just a little bit inch here and there. So is that a double? Is blue double or just a full and a partial? I don't know. I'm asking you. All right, that's it. Let's get the robots off. Let the field folks do their thing and queuing. We need the people from the different queuing tables on their way over here, please. When they come to the queuing table, they know who their alliance is going to be. One of the advantages of that is that they have the time to talk to each other about what they can do. They talk to the other team, see what they can do. And then some top teams, the ones that are experienced, you'll see that they'll have kind of some coordinated tactics like 9960, one of the things they're going to be letting every alliance partner know is the fact that they can lift up and you can drive underneath. All right, looks like our field resets done their job. Now these balls aren't that easy to set up. They're round or rough. They don't really have a flat area to them. So we're trying to set them on a line without them rolling off because again, the robots that are doing autonomous are expecting the balls to be in a particular area. And if they're just a little off, sometimes it throws the robot off. So it gets to be quite a trick. All right, FTA is going through, check and make sure that all the teams are set up correctly. All the little controllers are connected to the robot. All right, we're ready to randomize. And let's see. Purple, green, purple, ID 22. The ID is the little April tag thing, and that's probably what the robot's going to be looking at if he can tell the difference between them. And red, ready to go, thumbs up, blue, thumbs up, looking for thumbs, score, ref, FTA, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, one shot. Okay, one from each alliance is shooting. We got 3 on one side, 2 on the other. It looks like they're programmed to pick some up. 3409 is. It's going to line up and try to make some more in autonomous. Gets 1. And we're just about done with autonomous.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
All right, pick up the controllers.
3, 2, 1.
And we're off. Now you notice that there's 3 people that are controlling each robot. One might be controlling the drive, one might be controlling the miscellaneous shooting and everything else. Ooh, 3409, 3 in a row. The third person is the coach. He's the one that's going to be directing where to go to pick up the balls, where to shoot from, what the competitors are doing, everything around what's going on in the field. 2147, trying to pick up some of the balls that had come out of the shoot. 527 just made a shot over the goal. All right, we have blue that are both trying to shoot in the same goal, basically from the same place. 3409, 3 in a row. We have blue 52, red 19. Most of the teams aren't going to be looking at the score. They're looking at the robots, trying to figure out where am I going to pick up, where I'm going to shoot, where's my opponent. They have enough going on. They're not going to look at score until it's all over. 21-487, make it 1. 3409, making all 3 again. 5227, 1. Whoop, a little short. All right. You'll notice that occasionally somebody is going to hit the little lever that keeps the balls from coming out, so they have more balls to pick up. 3409 makes 2 out of 3, and they're getting ready for their last few moments. Looks like 3409 is looking to make a couple of shots before time ends. 1, 2, makes 2 out of 3. Now going to park with 1-18-4-15. 2-14-87, trying to make room for 5-2-2-7. Blue has a partial full. So partial full on blue, so they're basically tied in that. Score so far is blue 87, red 38. That's not the final score. We have to wait until the referees have got all the additional scoring in, any penalties. You'll notice that there's a lot of people talking. There's actually, all right, let's get them off the field. Cube tables. Let's get the robots over to the field. And blue wins. All right, the field is getting reset. They have to remember what order the field's supposed to be in. Green, purple, 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 green, purple, 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 green. Get it all done quickly. You can see that we try to get it done fast enough that we have 2 people doing each side, so a total of 4 people that are trying to get everything back in the starting location. Starting location for the robots is they have to touch the little white lines of the triangles at some point. They also have to be against the wall or against the goal area over here. All right. They can preload. That's where some of them are grabbing the balls from different locations and shoving the ball down into the robot so it has something to shoot in autonomous. It's kind of embarrassing if you forget to turn your robot on, but that's usually checked by the FTA going through. Looks like we have a battery problem. Okay, introducing qualification 13 is going to be 22093 Bison Bots Green, 32402 Bison Bots. Number 2, blue is going to be Tesla Knights 10127 and the Corin Blues 7532. Now the numbers give you an idea of how long they've been around as a team, not necessarily the team members, because you can start off probably within the school district in the 6th grade. They might run you up to a certain level and have to change team. Right? Okay. All right, looks like we're getting our problem solved. Trying to get the robot to talk to the driver's station. And it looks like it's a middle school team. All right, normally there's matches that would be KC West, which is the Kansas side of Kansas City. And we have Kansas City East, which would be the east side of Kansas City. We were lucky enough today to have both. Okay, let's randomize. Purple, green, purple, ID 22. All right, red, thumbs up if you're ready. Blue, thumbs up if you're ready. Scoring, referee, FTA, we're ready to go on 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 3 out of the row, 4 robots moving around. We have one of them doesn't like me. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just joking. All right. So that's all autonomous. Once it started shooting at me, there was no way for it to be turned off unless they were going to stop for the match. So, all right. Looks like we're all coming to a stop.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
They're going to select their
3,
teleop program.
2, 1.
And hit go. And off we're going. Looks like all robots but 32402 is moving. Right now, most of them looks like they're trying to pick up a ball. 10127 and 7532 is shooting. 7532 has made all 3. 10127 made 2. And it's going back and picking up some more. Red's taking its turn. 2293 making 1, 2, 3, and 32402 is ready to go. 101's going back. 10127 is going back to long shot. That's usually a tactic to get around being crowded closer up. All right, 70-32 made 1 out of 3. All right, we have a full thing over here. The robot 7532 pushed it to get the balls out so they can have another attempt at putting them all back in. All right, a little pushing and shoving between 101.27 blue and 22.093. 101.27 shot, made one. 22.093 making an attempt for a long shot, came very close. 75.32 makes one. One oh 127 made. All right, long shots. 22.093. Impressive to go about 13 feet and come in and hit it in that little triangle. Shooting the referee now. Little pushing and shoving. Looks like somebody's losing all the rubber bands. 75-32's decided that they've had enough. They're going to try to park it just in time. Looks like everybody's parked and waiting for the referee to determine if they made it inside the required square. All right, Reds declared full and partial, so they got theirs. All right, the score before the final is blue 51-48. We have a really close one. Some of this is perception and what each referee remembers. You know, it's amazing. They all try to do their very best all day long. It's got to be wearing, and they're, in some view, might make a mistake, but you know it's because they didn't try. You know, on FRC, we actually had long enough breaks that we had all of the control people and the judges and stuff come out and do the Macarena. I think the judges at this point have enough on their hand. The referees have enough on their hand. Oh, no, they're deep. As actually one of the hosts of the thing here, I work for Raytown High School. I want to thank you all for coming. I hope it was a pleasant time here, that you didn't have, luckily the weather was good, you didn't have to fight the weather all the way in from all the places that you came from. All right, time to clear the field. Time for the field reset to go there. Time for the people from the queuing tables to find their location on the field. All right. Qualification number 13 is in the books. Red 63, blue 66, and the winner. One foul counted, probably the autonomous when they bumped into each other. That's probably what took a lot of the discussion. Now the down arrow, up arrows is how they're moving into ranks. Within each east side, west side, I think there's 32 or 31 or 32 teams. Okay, looks like field reset is almost got it all done. The FTA is starting his checkout of each one of the teams, make sure they're ready to go. Few last instructions. Other than touch and go, they're going to only be able to touch it once and watch a robot. We are ready to randomize. And woo, purple, purple, green, ID 23. All right, is red ready? It looks like they are. Blue, thumbs up if you're ready. There is the score. Referee, FTA, we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go. We got two moving, 21-487 shooting. We have long shots by 9960. 21-487, looks like they might have a jam. They made two and they got a third ball in the robot. And we have 9960s made all three. All right. Waiting the last few seconds before the buzzer goes off and you
Drivers,
can pick up your
pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we're off. Some of the human players are picking up the balls out of the field so they can drop it in the robot, being very careful that they don't touch the robot with the ball. All right, we got scores on both sides. 21-487 is getting some balls picked up, ready to shoot. 18-415 trying to get lined up to shoot. 9960's made one from long range. We have somebody pushing it, probably out of aiming. All right. 27-405 likes it up close and just kind of lofts it over its head. Human player over on the red side, dropping some balls into 18-415. A little bit off. 18-415 lining up. Long shots from 21-487, a little bit off target so far, but they'll get it. Pushing 9960 out of the scoring. All right, 27-405 has got one to shoot coming over here. 18-415's got one ball and getting pushed by 27-405. We're having more pushing going on. Whereas you can see that it's towards the end, they're lining up in a little square. 9960 is raising up. 18-415 is getting ready to go underneath. 21-487 has a little different method. They tilt. When they tilt, they have to keep it within the robot square and not have the robot touch. So looks like so the score currently is red 32, blue 40. That's not with their ending points here. All right, let's pick them up off the field, get the field reset. Queuing tables, we need your bots on the field as soon as the current robots get out of the way. Okay, we need the robots off the field. If your gets done. All right, ending scores for qualification 14, blue 55, red 48. So blue wins. We're still waiting for 9960. All right, next up, qualification 15. If you're on 16 qualifier match, you must be at the queuing tables. If you're 17, get ready to go to the queuing tables. We have 15, we have red 149.95, 52.27. On the blue side, we're missing a purple ball. Folks, look at your robot that just came off the field. If you came off the field, please look at your robot. Make sure you do not have a purple ball in it. We had some robots leave kind of late. So, facts. I keep on saying balls. Eventually, I'll say artifact probably on the last match. Blue, we have 26.515. Mustang Mbots. Astromex 3409 completes the alliance of the blue side. All right. All right, we're still looking for a purple ball. Looks like we got it coming from the practice field maybe. But folks, if you're back in the pit and you have a purple ball that is not yours, please bring it to the field. All right, all the teams now getting their robot situated. The FTA is checking with them, make sure everything's correct. Some of the individuality of the different robots. We got some lights on this one. We're ready to randomize. Okay. Green, purple, ID 21. The team candidate, okay, so red, thumbs up. Red, thumbs up. Blue, thumbs up. Score, ref, FTA. So we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we have 3 out of 4 robots. 3409, looks like they made all 3. 149.95, having a little bit of accuracy problem. 3409's picked up 3 more. Pausing a minute. Has decided not to shoot. It's the wonders of pre-programming. Sometimes it's not doing what you expect.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And teleop begins. Looks like we have one robot that is not, oh, there it goes, start and move. All right, we had some shots from 3409 already, made 2 just now. We have 149.95 shooting. 2 out of 3, it's not bad. 26.15, I really love the cardboard. Made the first, missed the second. Ooh, rapid fire, 3409, made 3 back to back. Made enough points on the blue side that they're letting the balls out. Giving the people behind the target something to pick up. 149.95, made the first. Misfire on the second. 3409 makes the first out of 2. 149.95. Opening up the gate for the balls. All right. We have 3409 picking up what balls it can find, firing it in. Looks like the red side is having a problem getting the gate to open up to let the balls out. All right, 3409 makes 3 quickly. Blue line, whoop, nope. Thirty 409 makes it. There's a finite number of balls, so that's where the importance of, especially if they're making a lot of shots, the importance of being able to hit that little black gate and letting them out, because otherwise there's not that much on the field. All right, that's the budget saying we're in the last few seconds of the match. Most of them will try to shoot what they can before they go to their little parking spot. All right, we have 3409 and 26515 parked. We have 5227 and its partner parked. Score right now, red 37, blue 81. And let's see who wins. Woo! Blue wins! Congratulations, Blue. Another good match. Final score, blue 98, red 47. Looks like 26-5-15 moving up in the ranks. All right, FDA's busy doing its thing. We have the blue side's got their robot set up. Looks like we're missing 2 robots. Red queuing table, red side, need to be on the field. To the field, folks. While at the queuing table, they get to meet each other, talk to each other, get to find out what their phone numbers are and what school they go to. And if they're interested in the Chiefs, the KC Storm, or whoever. So sometimes the conversation gets really deep. All right, we have 2147 Bison Bots, silver. 7532, the core in blue. On blue side, we got 27405 and 22093, Bison Bots green. All right, if you are in qualification 17, you need to be moving to your respective queuing tables. Red doesn't have anybody yet. Looks like blue's waiting for somebody. To keep this moving on and end on time, we do need the people to be at the queuing table when requested. All right, randomize. And purple, green, ID 23. Red, thumbs up if you're ready. Blue, thumbs up if you're ready. Score. Referee, FTA, we're ready to go. So 3, 2, 1, go! 2147 comes out, starts making some shots. You cannot touch anything on your driver's station while these guys are doing their work. Ooh, skips one, 22093, and almost. We have 1 robot, 7532. Looks like it hasn't moved out. It's going to lose the lead points, which is 3. Okay, everybody's waiting. There's the buzzer.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
So this is where they say pick up the
2,
controls.
1.
And go. All right, some traffic congestion, 7532. 2147, both red, lined up to make shots. 2147 makes 1, 7532, trying to get set up. 22093, 1 shot, makes it. Second shot makes it. 27402 coming up close, trying to get lined up. 1, 2, makes 2. All right, we got 22093 lining up for the blue side, making 2. 27405 is trying to figure out where it's going to pick up some balls. We got a push off between red and blue, 22093 and 21487. And he makes one anyway. 75-32 coming into the congestion area. A little pushing, shoving there going on. It looks like through the game. All right, 21-487 makes it on the one shot that he picked up. All right, 27-405. 21-487 trying to pick up, get the last shot in. 21-093 has a human player that kind of goofed up a little bit. We have 21-487 that's trying to get in so the other team can share the spot. That's actually calling the last 15 seconds of it. You can see 21-487's had a little difficulty getting lifted up, so 75-32 can get in there. 22-093 is in. I can't see the other robot. And there we have qualification number 16. Score is 1 point difference. Red 54, blue 53. So this final positioning and whatever the refs have in hand is going to be the determining point on this one. Oh, and we have the little yellow thing says match under review. All right. Hopefully those in the queuing tables are ready to come out. Not quite yet, but they're ready to. You kind of look to the sides of the playing field, kind of in the pits area. It's kind of interesting. You'll have different teams. They'll drop the robot on the floor and try to make some last minute adjustments, like 101-27 over here. Some of the people will work on the robots the very last second at the queuing table. Now they're taking the time because there's only 1 point between this, so whatever they decide is going to decide the winner. So all right, I see the referees coming back. All right, let's pick up the robots, get them off the field. Queuing table, it's time for you to bring your robots in. And the winner is Red wins, and the score is Red 79. Looks like they got 25 points from Blue for fouls. Blue got 68. Congratulations both teams for your efforts. Qualification number 17 should be getting on the field. 18 should be getting to the queuing table. All right. Looks like 1, 2, 3 robots on the field already. All right. Blue. There we go. All 4 robots on the field. They're getting them set up. Again, they need to start off in a particular place. Look at that, folks. The FTA has got everything set up. Not the FTA. The field reset, folks. Sorry. Is getting everything right in place so quick so we can move along. All right. Looks like the team's got everything preloaded. FTA is going through, checking, make sure everything's ready to go. One of the referees is looking at blue side. They do need to be touching the sidewall before they get going. Now, they don't have to have the full robot sitting against it. They do need to have at least one corner. Oh, the field's getting tired. We got tape that's curling up. And we do want to have everybody have the same chance, the same advantage. All right, time to randomize. And purple, purple, green, ID 23. Some of these guys get really smart and they have a separate storage place. Okay, we got red. Thumbs up, everybody. Blue, if you're ready. Score, ref, FTA, ready to go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 2 are moving, 2 are not. Whoops. Decided to hit the little thing over here. All right. 101.27. Made 1. Looks like he tried to shoot 1. And this is autonomous, folks. He doesn't see that there's nothing there. That's just what the program told him to do. All right. We're right at the wait for teleop.
Drivers, pick
So you
up your
can pick up
controllers.
your controllers
3, 2, 1.
and go. All 4 robots moving. Everybody crowding to their favorite spot to shoot. 149.95 made 1. 101.27 made 2. 149.95 quickly picked up 1 shot. Hit his partner. 26.515 shooting 1. Bounces off. Goes over. 101.27 for red. Made 1. Made 2. Blue looks like it's trying to help 101.27 a little bit. A little nudge. Going back to pick up some balls. 18.415 looks like it might be stuck. 101.27 makes 1. Got it picked up. Looks like we're about even. The score is 28.15. All right, 149.95 trying to side shot. There's 1, 2, and 3. 101.27 returning the favorite. A little nudge makes 2. And oops, a little short on the third. Still not a bad series of shot. All right, 149.95 made 1. 26.515. Shooting to the referees. 101.27 made it drop in. All right. We're almost full on the red side. Looks like we got 1 waiting on the blue side, which means that somebody come over and let them out. A little friendly pushing and shoving between red and blue. And there's a whistle. That means that we have 15 seconds left to go. They're going to decide if they want to shoot. We have some penalties. Red has parked itself in the spot. It looks like the other red robots not moving, and blue doesn't look like they've made it in, except for maybe a partial, but I can't tell. All right, at this point, score is 63-37. All right, let's pick them up, get them off the field. We need the next crew coming on the field. Field reset, let's go. I should see people moving from the queuing table to the field. Blue side, queuing table to the field, please. Final score, last qualification, number 17, red 88's the winner, blue 42. Looks like blue gave red 35 foul points. Red tried to return the favor by giving them 5. So red's the winner. It looks like the 101.27's moving up in the ranks. All right, field reset, getting everything going. We got one side ready, almost. We got some off-field balls that have to go in a little back box. FDA is trying to move things along by checking all right. Looks like the teams are ready. They've preloaded the robots. They can only have 3 balls at a time. They can't have any more. They can shoot with less, but they can't control more than 3. All right, folks, let's look at your robot. We're missing a purple again. It seems to be everybody's favorite color to take back to the pits. If you just got off the field, please look at your robot. Please make sure that you don't have a purple. Everybody that was on the last one. We found it. Somebody was hiding it. We found it. All right, checking the different teams. By this time, it starts getting quicker. Our wonderful field reset people are making sure everything's correct. Yep. And then we have an FTA that, whoops, not a problem. He knows the way they're supposed to go. All right, so time to randomize. And we get purple, green, purple, ID number 22. You'll see that they changed this to go along with that each time. We have red thumbs up to go. We have blue, scorer, referee, FTA. So, everybody's got their fingers posed. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 2 are moving, 9960 just lining up to shoot. 3409 makes 3 really quick. 9960 making them long shot. 3409 automatically knows where those balls are, makes 1, 2, oops, missed the third one over the top. 32402 makes 3. And we're getting to the end of autonomous.
Drivers, pick up your
All right,
controllers.
pick up your controllers.
3, 2, 1.
And go. Go. They have to hit the button for the teleop program now to get going. 3409 looks like it's sitting, waiting for something. 5227 just made 2. It's looking for some easy balls to pick up. 32402 is trying to say it's mine, possibly trying to help 3409 get moving. He does. Thank you. 32402 is now lining up to shoot. 960 making the long shot. Ooh, everybody's shooting. 3409 shooting. 32402 shooting. We have 9960 looking for some human player to put some balls on there. 32402 trying to get in there, get his. A long shot 9960 comes up short. 5227. All right, 3409 looks like it's got a problem. It's kind of looking at the goal with nothing to shoot. All right, blue 32402 gets loaded. 9960 is trying to load up for a long shot. 5227 trying to shoot over its partner and makes a couple. 9960 long shot, bounces one off the front. 324402 is a human player loading. He's got a ball that's shaking around in the bottom. There we go. 9960 is raising up, hoping that his partner can get underneath. 5227 making its last shot and parking. All right, and done. Everybody stop. So blue gets a full and a partial. Looks like red might have one. Score so far, red 35, blue 54. All right, let's clear the field. Get your robots. Red 45, blue 69, and is the winner. That is qualification 18 of 18. This session is over. Congratulations to all the teams that came out here and were able to complete and have an operational robot. That in itself makes you a winner. There's people out there that can't do what you've already proven you can do. Be safe on your way home. We have another group that's going to be starting shortly. That depends on